Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel, your trusted home for hard-hitting political commentary, deep investigations, and real stories from South Africa that the mainstream media often fails to unpack. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and join the conversation in the comments. We want to hear your voice on this one. Now, today's story is not only tragic but also deeply political. It cuts to the heart of power, clan loyalty, and justice in KwaZulu-Natal, and it involves a powerful traditional leader, a high-profile murder, and the ever-present figure of former President Jacob Zuma. We're talking about Inkosi Simphiwe Zuma, the head of the Zuma royal family in the KwaZulu-Natal Midlands. This week, he officially became a suspect in a murder case that has gripped the province and raised serious questions about political violence, tribal power structures, and the bloodlines between traditional leadership and modern governance. Let's break it down. Inkosi Simphiwe Zuma appeared in court earlier this week in connection with the killing of a former Democratic Alliance (DA) councillor in the Umngeni local municipality, which includes the Howick area. That councillor, whose name has not yet been formally released in the public court record, was gunned down under circumstances that police say may be politically motivated. Until now, investigations had been ongoing, but the formal addition of Inkosi Simphiwe Zuma as a suspect marks a dramatic escalation in the case. This is not just any suspect. This is a traditional leader. A figure with deep authority in his region. And someone closely tied to former President Jacob Zuma, who was visibly present in court to support him. Yes, you heard that right, Jacob Zuma, the former head of state and the spiritual leader of the MK party, stood by Inkosi Simphiwe Zuma's side during the court appearance, offering visible solidarity and strength to his family member. The image of Zuma in court, stoic and supportive, has now gone viral, and not just for symbolic reasons. This is a clear signal to supporters, to adversaries, and to the country at large. The Zuma family protects its own. Whether politically, legally, or culturally, they will not let one of their own face a legal battle alone. Now let's look at the broader context. KwaZulu-Natal has long been a flashpoint for political violence. Over the past decade, it has consistently recorded the highest number of political killings in South Africa. From councillors to activists, whistleblowers to rivals, the political playing field in parts of KZN is soaked in blood. What makes this case especially significant is that it involves a DA councillor, a member of an opposition party in a traditionally ANC-dominated area. That adds a serious political dimension. Was the murder motivated by political competition? Was it personal? Or was it part of a larger struggle over territory, influence, and control? According to law enforcement, all possibilities are being explored. But the presence of Jacob Zuma at court has stirred up controversy. Is the former president simply acting in support of a family member? Or is his presence a calculated political act, a reminder that the Zumas remain a force to be reckoned with, no matter how serious the legal implications? There are no easy answers here. But what we do know is this: Inkosi Simphiwe Zuma's inclusion as a suspect is not just about one man's alleged involvement in a murder. It's about how power, politics, and justice collide in post-apartheid South Africa, and how traditional leadership continues to influence local governance in very real, sometimes dangerous ways. This isn't the first time that the Zuma name has been connected to violence, either. Over the years, Jacob Zuma himself has faced multiple accusations of inciting unrest, particularly following his arrest in 2021, which led to the deadliest riots in democratic South African history. While never directly linked to violence, his presence and influence are undeniable. So the question becomes, how far does influence stretch? Can a traditional leader really operate independently from their political family? And more importantly, can we trust the system to hold anyone accountable when those in power, or close to power, are involved? There's also the issue of how the community is responding. Reports from the court proceedings reveal a tense but divided atmosphere. Some have rallied behind Inkosi Simphiwe Zuma, claiming this is a political witch hunt. Others are demanding justice for the slain DA councillor, saying the law must take its course regardless of bloodline or social standing. The media presence has been intense, with outlets like 1KZN TV capturing footage both inside and outside the courtroom. It's clear that this case is not going to fade quietly. The public wants answers, and the stakes are incredibly high. Let's talk about the implications. If Inkosi Zuma is eventually convicted, it will send shockwaves through the traditional leadership system. Chiefs and traditional leaders are held in high regard, often placed above the fray of party politics. A guilty verdict would shatter the illusion of neutrality and further stain the image of powerful families involved in South African governance. But if he's found not guilty, critics will claim that power has once again shielded the elite, reinforcing public cynicism toward the justice system. Either way, this case has already become a symbol of the battle for accountability in South Africa, and a test of how far the rule of law can stretch when bloodlines and politics intertwine. Let me leave you with this. Political violence has no place in our democracy. Whether committed by grassroots operatives or figures with royal titles, justice must be blind. The people deserve safety, honesty, and leadership, not fear, silence, and impunity. We will be following this case closely as it unfolds. Because this is not just about one murder. It's about the future of political accountability in South Africa. What do you think? Was Jacob Zuma's presence in court just a family duty or a political statement? Should traditional leaders be treated the same as politicians when it comes to criminal charges? And what will this case mean for the legacy of the Zuma name in KwaZulu-Natal? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's have a real conversation. If you haven't already, like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our updates as this story develops. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay informed, stay critical, and stay brave. See you next time.